Good morning, everyone, and welcome back to Move Daily Fitness. It's Tracy Steen, and this workout today is going to be a circus circuit. Okay, I named it like this because a few years ago, I think I started doing a few of them. I think I've got about 6 or 7 on the channel, but it's like a circus in here. Okay, I'm gonna lay the weights out across my mat, just like you see on the screen here. Basically, what we're gonna do is 10 reps of everything. We'll do 10 reps of a cardio exercise, 10 reps of a strength, 10 of a strength, 10 of a strength, 10 of a cardio, and then we'll go back across the mat. So 2 sets of everything. Okay, it's moving fast. I'm not gonna take a lot of break in between. So if you're not a big fan of rep range workouts, maybe grab a timed one, but this one, we're gonna move. You're gonna require a variety of dumbbells for the workout, and here's what I have used today. Of course, lift within your own abilities. We'll start you with a warm up and end with a cool down. Okay, let's get this circus going. Let's move daily. Okay, I'm gonna put high intensity intervals on my watch here today. Let's start you with a warm up. Let's start with some hip openers right here. We'll get everything kind of warmed up and ready to go. We are doing a total body workout today. A little bit of everything, and of course that explosive cardio in between. Okay, should be fun. I'm ready to sweat. It's Friday here when I'm filming this, so it feels like a good way to tie up the week. One more there, take it wide, and hand to toe tap. Two more here. And stay wide. We're gonna do a side to side lunge. Reach your hips back and alternate. All right, let's drop down into the world's greatest right here. Big stretch. Sink toward your mat and switch sides. Opposite hand and foot on the mat. Oh yeah, I like this one. Switch again. And switch. Crack, crack. You too? I know. Okay, let's go up into some front kicks. Alternate. And feet about a little wider than shoulder width. We'll squat and up to tiptoes, warming up those calves. Last one here. And reach across. Overhead right here. And we'll finish with a torso turn here. Very nice. Okay, there's our exercises, 5 of them ready. Let's do it. Okay, let's get our weights situated first. I've got 25s for that deadlift, 12 pounds for my Arnold press, and 15 pounds right there for that tiptoe squat. We'll do 5 per leg. Cardio on each side, so get your weights there. Pause if you need to take longer. We're gonna start with 10 frog squats, and here we go. And into our deadlifts. 10 Romanian deadlift. I'm holding 25s, hinging at the hips. Reach those hips back, squeeze your glutes to the top. Don't arch the back though. Two more for me. There's 10, setting those down. Good. Grabbing my 12s for the Arnold press. Again, no rest. Knees are soft, and press for 10. Up and over, I've got my 12s. Last one here. And there we go. Grabbing my 15s for that tiptoe squat. Up on the shoulders, we're gonna do 5 a leg. Plant that toe, reach your hips back. So low, and 1. And there's 5, switch feet. And 5 here. Nice. Okay, 10 ice skaters per leg, 20 in total. Step tap to mod. Otherwise, let's jump for 1, 2. Halfway. And there's 20. Back to our tiptoe squat, holding 15s. 5 a leg, low. Switching feet, and 5. Good. Whew. Arnold presses, sticking with those 12s. Last for me, and 10 right there. 10 deadlifts, and I've got my 25 pounds each hand. And hinge when you're ready. Back is super flat, leading with your chest. There's 10. Finishing this circuit with our frog squats for 10. Okay, quick water break. Whew, doing well. Grab a sip. Oh, that was hearty. Grab your breath. We're gonna go right into our second circus circuit. Okay, we're starting with 2 jack, squat jack. We'll do that for 10 times. That's your modification if you need. Here we go. That's 1 and 2. Last here. Okay, grabbing 125, and I'm gonna do a single leg deadlift, but I'm gonna cross the body. So I'm coming to the far side there to target glute. If you're not comfortable with that, just keep it here. 10 a leg, hinge at the hips. We reach across and drive. 2, good. A nice big stretch on that glute of that front leg. Two more for me. All right, switching sides. And hinge. There's 10 there. Setting those down and going into our bicep curls. Out to the side, I'm holding 12s. Feel free to switch your weight if you need. Shoulders low and back. Full range of motion for 10. And 2, keep those elbows in. There's 10, very nice, setting those down. Grabbing my 15s with the bent over row, hinging at the hips. Stick your chest out, stick your butt out, and pull for 10, up. There's my 10. Setting down, moving into my abductor jump, squat, inner tap, if you want a mod. 10 here. Bent over row, sticking with 15s, 10 reps here. Ten. Whew. Glutes felt that and hinging forward. Let's go to our bicep curl with the 12s. Palms up, elbows in. Full range here. 10 reps. Last here. Okay, picking up 125. for my cross deadlift, single leg, and hinge for 10 aside. Last here. Switching arms and legs. We hinge at the hips and cross for 10. We've got a water break coming up after this circuit, so you'll get ready for that. 5 more here. Reach that hip back. Nice, okay. Let's finish with our 2 jack, squat jack for cardio. Squat, overhead hold. Last. Okay, nice. I'm gonna switch up my weights a bit. So take a look at the screen. That's what's coming up next. Draw me back. Let's get our weights out first. Okay, I'm gonna use 20s. I'm gonna hold 1 for that reverse lunge, 10 per leg. Then we're gonna go into a squat iron cross. I've got 8s here, but for the next circuit, I'll use 12s. And then my 25s right here, we're gonna go into a suitcase squat. All right, and then we'll go into the next circuit and I'll tell you what we're doing. But we're starting with a twist, twist squat. Here, here, squat for low impact. You've got 10. Are you ready? Let's work. Boom, boom. There's 1 and 2. And there's my 10, holding 120, 10 reverse lunges per side. I'm gonna hold the weight on the same side of the leg that's in the front. Let's go for 10, here, and 2. Whew, there's 10, switching sides. That kicked it up, other side for 10. And 10. Into our squat iron cross, I'll hold 8s. Squat, ceiling, side, center, down for 10. Low, ceiling, side, center, that's 1. And 2. Halfway with 5. Last for me. Okay, good. Suitcase squat. I'll hold 25 each hand. Feet are gonna be shoulder width apart. Shoulders back, chest is tall. We're squatting like we're picking up a suitcase here for 10. Low, drive. There's 10. That was heavy. That was not nothing. Star jumps. This is hard. Jack to mod. Let's go for 10 here. Little water break for me. I'm heading back across. That was aggressive. Back to my suitcase squats. And 10, holding 25s. Nice. Iron cross with those 8s. Okay, ceiling, side, center, down. Shoulders back. Low, oh, that's light compared to those 25s. But arms are doing the work here. 2. Five more here. Last for me. Into my single reverse lunge. I'm gonna hold that one weight for 10 reps each leg. Holding my 20, down for 10. Switching sides, 10 on this leg. Wowza. Okay. Let's go into our twist, twist, squat for 10 to finish this circuit. Okay, walk it out, catch your breath. Wowza. Okay. Weights for the next circuit. I'm gonna stick with those 20s. All of the strength is gonna be down on the ground, so we'll stay down there. starting with chest press. So get different weights if you need. I'll grab my 12s that are there for tricep extensions. No weights on the third. We're gonna do V-sits. You could do a small package for abs. And then your 2 cardios. Holy Nelly Olson. Okay, Trace. 2 jack front squat to start. You can jack, hit that front squat there for low impact. Let's work. Here's 1. Whew. Holding my 20s. We're taking it to the ground, folks. Chest and triceps down here. Over the chest with a regular chest press. 10 reps with my 20s. I'm gonna push my hips up at the same time. You can keep your hips on the ground or elevated. Here we go for 10. 1 over the chest, and 2. There's 10, setting those down. We'll go to my 12s. Well, I'm gonna go to my 12s for that tricep extension. Pick whatever works for you. This time my hips are gonna be up in bridge, holding that. Palms face each other and we're bending at the elbow only. Back for 10. Last for me. Mamacita, yes. Into your V-sit. Like I said, you could do just a small package if you wish, but you've got 10 right here. Up for 10. There we go. Up you get. Let's go into our cardio, which is gonna be a double butt kick, both at the same time for 10. I've got a hair right there. Okay, just regular butt kicks here for low impact. Here we go. Back to the V-sit. 10 right here. There's 10. Okay, tricep extensions. I've got my 12s. Up in bridge, palms face each other. Back at the elbow for 10. Last here. And chest press with those 20s. Remember, I'm gonna do glute bridge at the same time. You can or don't have to. Everything is up, everything is down. Up for 10, push. Good, over the chest, 2. and 10. Wow, nice. Okay, we'll finish this circuit off with cardio and then grab some water. 2 jack front squat. Let's work. There's 1. Doing well, everyone. Okay, take a look at the screen. There's our next set coming up. Change the weights if you need, and join me back. Okay, lay out your weights. I'm gonna start with a front lunge lateral raise. We'll do 10 in total. I'm gonna hold 8s. Front lunge, pop it to there. Then I've got a clean and snatch, low up here. I'm gonna hold my 20. That's pretty heavy, so go lighter if you need. And then we'll do a wide row right into a hammer curl right there, plus our cardio. Okay, are you ready? We're gonna start with burpees. If you don't love a burpee, I'm gonna use my push-up handles to support my wrists. You can do jacks. Ready? Last circuit here. Let's go for 10. There's 10 into our alternating front lunge, lateral, holding 8s. You're tall. Drop it low. Lateral here. That's 1. Low. And 2. Two more for me. Okay, pop it into that clean and snatch. 10 per arm, wide stance. Watch your face, watch your head. There's 10, switching. That was a lot. Holding 15s for my wide row hammer curl. Hinge at the hips, pull it wide, stand and hammer here. That's 1. Wide, hammer, 2. Elbows in on your hammer curl. Wide, 3. We're halfway. Some of you are rounding your backs. Keep your back flat. Stick your chest out. Here's 6. Last one here. Okay, nice. Setting those down. Going into our jumping lunges. Make sure there's no dumbbells in your way. 10 in total. Reverse lunge for a low impact option. Here we go. 10. Okay, sip before we head back across the mat. Right into our row. Curl, holding 15s. Wide. Hammer, there's one. Stick your chest out. Up. I'm halfway with 5. 5 more here. Last here. That was hard. Okay, clean. I'm gonna go back to that 20. Lighten if you need. 10 an arm. Engage those abs. Real big hip action here. This side's easier. Front lunge lateral. 10 in total. Here we go. Alternate. There's one, other leg. Last here. Finishing with my burpees. Okay, mercy. Last 10, everyone. Jack, if you'd like, and here we go. Last 3, 2, 1 and done. You've moved daily. In your circus circuits. Was it a circus in here? Part of it was. Holy. Whew. Heart rate 151. Love it. Sometimes I just really love a workout like this. And someone suggested it in our Facebook group, Move Daily Hustle, which is our public group. And I'm like, haven't done that in a while. So here we are. Thanks for the suggestion. Okay, catch your breath and join for a stretch if you can. Okay, full disclosure, I wussed out on the jumping lunges. I had 20 written, but after that clean and snatch with the 20 pounds, I'm like, oh. And then when I was in the middle of it, I'm like, oh, I have the energy I should have. So see, sometimes I flip it on the fly. Because people like us do things like that from time to time. And now, hopefully, you're flipping it on the fly to make it more challenging, but alas, I did not. That's okay. I think this was a good workout, and where are we at? Well, the whole cool down's not even done yet, and about 325 calories burned on my watch. So it just means we were working, you know, we had some good intensity. Switch legs if you didn't already here. Feeling good though. That cardio always gives me that good endorphins, right? It's different than what a heavy strength workout does. Let's go into butterfly stretch here. Feet together, knees open, and just gently press down. And I like both. You know that I'm team both here, and I think both are so important. And with every fitness scientist that I have ever interviewed in my almost 100 interviews so far, you know, team both. Everyone's team both. So if you ever hear not to do cardio, don't listen. Let's do a hamstring stretch right here. Now, if you've done only cardio and never weights, that's where we need to swing the pendulum. And I think that's sometimes what we hear in social media, but we read that to mean never do cardio, right? And that's just, yeah, that's not the case. We want to include both, right? We want to do switch sides, a minimum of at least 2 to 3 strength training sessions per week to get some good adaptations. That's your minimal effective dose, okay? So if you're like, I've got lots of other things in my life that I want to do, like pickleball or cycle or walk, get at least 2 to 3 sessions of strength training in a week. Okay, drop those shoulders low, turn. Oh, this one feels good. And yeah, then you can pepper in the things that you also enjoy, because the idea is to be at this for the long haul, right? And some people don't love strength training, switch sides. You just do it because you sort of know you have to, but it's not your favorite thing to do. And if I had my druthers, I'd be out hiking a mountain every day. That would be my favorite thing to do. But, you know I need to do strength training in order to be really strong going up those mountains. Arms back here, stretch through the chest, but also strong in all of the other things. I thought about that suitcase squat as I was holding 225s there and thinking that's how heavy bags of groceries are sometimes, or bags of sand, or suitcases, right? So great to practice those things, because then it trains the muscles to do the activity that we want to be able to do forever and ever. Amen. So yes, functional training at its best. Let's round through the back, stretch that middle back muscle out here. Anyway, I know this, some of you will say, you went too fast for me, but that was my point. Not to go too fast for you. The point was to challenge myself and give myself a hearty workout. And yeah, you could follow along if you like. But that's kind of what I wanted to show you, that just having minimal rest period, it's not like we're going for muscular strength, bring the arm across here. We're going for increased cardiovascular health. We're going for increased caloric expenditure. We're going for agility, and speed can help, speed can help with agility and cardiovascular as well. So all of that, I think, is important. And not that I'm going to train like this all the time, because I don't, but once a week, I do love to hit something that is high intensity like this. Switch sides here, up and over stretch. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed it. Do let me know in the comments below. And thanks again to, I can't remember your name, was it Angela? Who suggested it? Let me know in the comments if it was you. Arms back, thumbs down. Okay, folks, thanks so much for joining. Go move daily in your fitness, wellness, and nutrition. Don't forget, we do have our new total body strength calendar out. It's all total body workouts in a week. It's a split. I've designed it as such to get adequate volume on your muscles to help you grow. And if you love full body workouts, it's right there. You can click or tap and grab yours. See ya in the next one.